So, maintaining your weight, so we did exercise. I had my good friend, we used to get up 5:30 in the morning and run 3 miles and,
Wow.
Just to keep your, uh, your stamina, keep your weight
Right, right,
and
right,
to
right.
keep stay healthy,
Yes,
So
yes.
eating was important. We ate 3, 4 times a day. You eat snacks along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Eating snacks also help you to burn,
Right,
but,
right.
that was an adjustment.
Listen, listen, y'all. Again, I'm telling you, I hope y'all taking these points. Y'all got a pencil, a pen, and writing them down. Because listen, Chief Harmon talked about they had to change the way they ate, change how they drank to fit the environment that they were in. And I'm telling you right now, sometimes part of the problem, Ruben, that people have is that they're not willing to change.
That's right.
They want something better, but they won't do better. And I encourage you tonight, it's time to do better, y'all, because we got to get to another place. Listen, Chief Harmon came from boot camp all the way to Chief Harmon. I'm telling you right, but it was a process. And I'm telling you, he can do it, I can do it, Ruben can do it, Mrs. Harmon can, you can do it too. I'm telling you right now, it's not over. Hold on, your dreams do come true. Chief Harmon, I got to ask you because I know a number of people that's in the military, and it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yes.
Can you talk about because again, we thank you so much for your service, for all the years that you've given to us and to so many. But can you talk about what sacrifice was involved?
I think one of the biggest sacrifices is being away from your family and friends. You're basically out of your comfort zone. And when you take someone out of the comfort zone, that can make you angry, it can make you upset,
Sure.
and some folks can flip out.
Yeah.
They can lose their mind.
Wow.
And I recall even my first few years, I was on a ship, and when you weren't feeling too well, or maybe things were going on at home, and you couldn't be there. You couldn't be there to support your mom or your dad, or
right.
your family. So.
Sure.
There's a little stress going on. And a little stress is not too bad.
Right.
But when it raises to a certain level, you may need somebody to talk to.
Sure.
And I recall I used to sit out and just watch the water and watch the sunrise.
Wow.
And that was nice.
Yes, yes,
I did a
yes.
lot of reading. I read a lot of technical books. I wasn't big on a lot of the other stuff.
Wow.
But I can tell you about water and minerals and metals and stuff like that because I enjoy how, this earth is made. So
Wow.
I'm more of a physics type guy. I love physics.
Okay.
And, that calmed me, just keeping you got to keep your mind busy.
Right.
You're out of your comfort zone. You got to keep your mind busy. And sometimes I used to think about, I go to prison ministries, and I said, how does prisoners stay in prison for so long?
Wow.
And not that I was in prison, but I just was out of my comfort zone as well. I was in an area where, sometimes you're unfamiliar. And that's a big challenge, and your stress level can just rise.
Wow.
And some folks can't handle that.
True.
And I started learning, well, how can I handle it? And just having somebody to just talk to and, lift weights, that actually relieves stress.
Wow.
Lifting weights and
Right.
just reading a book, and you do this stuff daily.
Yes.
You have to get in the habit.
Say that
Yeah.
word again for me. Habit.
Habit. Yeah.
Listen. You got to get into the habit of doing something to get to a certain place. I'm telling y'all, Chief Harmon is giving us so many little kernels of knowledge of doing over and over. It's not about what you see. You do it until you see something. I'm telling you, Ruben, we keep moving until we get to a place, Chief Harmon.
right.
It's about doing something over and over. And I have to say thank you to your wonderful wife because, like you said, sacrifice, family.
Yes.
So we applaud Mrs. Harmon here tonight, and she's actually in the studio with us, so we're excited about that. We're thankful, but thank you, Mrs. Harmon, so much. We appreciate you, and I know your children appreciate you as well.
Yes.
So what was the longest time, if you can recall, that you were actually separated from your family?
Wow. Most of the time it was, I went on a few deployments. In my earlier years, between like 18 and 22, I went on 6-month cruises, we used to call them. Went overseas to the Mediterranean, Europe area. 6 months was the longest, and sometimes we would come back, and then we had to go back out for 2 months.
Wow.
Sort of like some sort of refresher training.
Right,
you know.
right.
I went down to Cuba a few times, went Guantanamo Bay, you know, went up to the Northern Atlantic, around Norway for 2 months, things like that, you know. But the longest period was 6 months.
Wow.
And I think maybe a little longer when I went over to Kuwait, maybe about 7 or 8.
Wow.
But
It's a long time.
yeah, and
It's a long
a
time.
lot of writing. You know,
yeah,
you
it's
become a poet if you. I sometimes look at the old cards that my wife have, and I got very I love drawing, so I didn't just write I like the blank card.
Right. Wow.
Because now I can use my imagination. It's not somebody else's words; it's mine.
Wow, that's powerful.
And
Chief
so
Harmon.
I wrote a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I write a lot now, but
Oh man.
I wrote a whole lot. I probably been a little romantic back then. More, but my writing, I was just a.
He was skilled writer, y'all. He was a poet. I'm telling you right now. He was a poet. But listen, we're grateful because that is a sacrifice, and how many men and women sacrifice their time.
Yes.
They give away to protect and look out for not just us individually, and not even just this country, but other countries.
Other countries.
Other countries. See, we don't think, we think, you know, just America. No. But other countries sacrificing their life. And so, and not just that, but the impact, again, their family and your friends.
Yes.
And everybody that you're a part of. So we appreciate you and we thank you so much. I got to ask you, because so many people start things but don't finish. And to get where you are, again, as chief, there had to be, I would think, some moments where you had to sort of question, you know, possibly, you know, maybe like, is this really what is this really what I want to continue? Is this really, like, you know, whatever is in the beginning, in the middle, at the end. But what was it that kind of kept you motivated? Like what was it that kind of kept you going? Say, you know what? I got to keep going. I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I got to keep doing. I got to keep. Was it one thing or two or a number of things? But what was it that kept you motivated all those years?
Yeah, I think I had my first child when I was about maybe 22. My daughter, my oldest daughter, and you know, I always wanted to. You know, you're no longer actually just living for you.
Wow.
And you know, there's a process. Yes, to become chief. You know, you're taking tests. And you have to have a record of doing things. You know, someone's going to take a look at the last several years, and not just a couple years, you know, maybe 3 to 5 years of what you have been doing.
Wow.
Academically, socially, in the community.
Wow.
So it's not just you pass the test.
Right.
It's not just you have an education background. You know, there's folks with PhDs that didn't make chief.
Wow, that's powerful.
You
that's
know,
powerful.
I mean, it's a plus.
Right.
But what are you doing in your community?
Wow.
You know, you're not just you're not selfish. You know, there's more to being a chief than just, oh, I passed the test and I got all these nice medals and all that. You know,
Powerful.
What else are you doing? You know, and they want documentation.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, y'all, if you want to ask Chief Harmon a question or myself, you can call in to Hamilton Radio at 609-807-2492, 609-807-2492. Chief Harmon, I'm telling you, what you were talking about was, what I took from what you just said was, even when they're not looking at you, be doing something.
Yes.
It's not about what you do when they're looking at you or when people see you, but it's those moments when nobody is looking and nobody see. So it's the moments that you at home or you on your downtime or your free time, whatever it might be. But I'm telling you right now, it's what you do when they don't see you.
That's right.
You know, that is most powerful. So that's what I took from what you just said, Chief Harmon, is that it's about preparation, not just when we all together and we all exercising, but what are you doing? Because you can tell, right? Because you can tell people that don't be doing a whole lot after Afterwards,
Oh
right?
yeah, you can.
I'm telling you. Listen, you can. I'm telling you right now. But the ones who do the work afterwards. So I got to ask you, Chief Harmon, because again, you know, can you share with us one or two or however challenges, you know, that you were faced in this journey and how you overcame that? Like was there a moment that you faced that, you know, you really had to give some thought to or figure out sort of like how is that going to be achieved or accomplished and how did you approach that and how did you deal with that? And if not, then that's fine. But if there's something that you're willing to share with us.
Yes, there's always obstacles along the way, whether it's people or even the way you learn some things. Some people are very visual. Some people read stuff, read material,
Right.
and pick up on it right away. And I like reading technical stuff.
Right.
I can pick up on that. However, I was in a program in the military early on, and I ran into some obstacles when I was in service school. I was in basic electricity, electronics school, and you know, I was troubleshooting a radio or some electronic device, and I picked the wrong resistor, and the professor had an opportunity to let you go back and select the right one, and I realized I wrote the wrong. I didn't write which one down on the paper. I just wrote resist. I said, "Oh, let me," and he put his hand on the paper and took it and put a. When he marked it, it's either right or wrong, which means you failed.
Wow.
It wasn't like a 90% or 100%. It was fail.
Wow.
So I looked at him and I was upset. Like, why did he do that? And then I got nervous the next time I did it, and I ran out of time. So he failed me again.
Wow.
Now, when you fail like 2 or 3 times, they say, well, you got to go see the dean of the school.
Right.
And I'm like, wow. And then the dean said, well, no, we're going to let you become an instrument man, repairing instruments and stuff like that. And I said, no. And the young man said, well, we're going to put you on the submarine and you can do this, that. I said, I don't want to go on the sub. So he got mad at me.
Okay.
And sent me to a ship.
Okay.
And I said, wait a minute. I said, I passed the test to be, I passed being an electrician. I was working on electronics, electronics technician.
Right.
And I said, you're going to send me to a ship? And he said, you ain't got no choice. And that's how I ended up in New Jersey, because I was trying to go to Japan. But, you know, it really, that was like my lowest. That was one of my lowest at times. And I felt bad that I did not succeed where I was trying to go.
Wow.
Now I had to pick myself up because now I have run into people who challenged me.
Wow.
I don't know if they just didn't like me or what. I didn't know them and they didn't know me.
Right.
But they started doing things that challenged me. And then I said, so how do I start making the changes around here? Because I don't like what they're doing. I said, oh, all you have to do is become a petty officer. At that time, I was what's considered an E3 or a seaman.
Right.
And I said, well, how do I get to do, you know, checking the structure of the ship and doing the sounding and security, they call. They said, well, you got to be a fireman, but you're a seaman. I said, okay. So I'm going to become a fireman.
Wow.
And then I'm going to take the test. And then I'm going to become a petty officer. And then I'm going to change what they're doing.
Listen.
And when I did that,
yes.
And they looked at me and they said, you did what? You took the test. And it took me about 8 months.
Wow.
I was so motivated when everybody was going out, hanging out.
Yes.
I was studying.
Wow.
And we would hang out all night and drink, whatever, anyhow, you know, when you could. But the thing is, I wanted to make a change now.
Wow. Powerful.
Because I didn't like the way they was treating me. And I didn't like the way they was getting away with it. So, just like going to vote, I put my head into the books.
Yes.
And learned the next day, and I was eligible because at time in my particular position or rate or pay grade.
Right.
And I took the test, became petty officer, and I walked in the office, in the shop. It was a shop.
Yes.
It was a repair shop.
Yes.
Electricians and mechanics. And I said, the game was over.
Wow.
And they looked at me like, what?
Wow.
All of a sudden, actually, the people who were there longer, they outranked me. But when I took the test, I automatically advanced above them.
Wow.
And I kicked them all out.
Wow. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, If you get to meet Chief Harmon, I'm telling you, inspiration. He'll encourage you. He'll inspire you. But the one thing I love about Chief Harmon, he'll teach you. He'll teach you what to understand and how the process should work. I'm telling you, he was motivated. He was going to make a change, y'all. I'm telling you, he was going to make a change. And what I love is that what you were saying is that you understood what it took to get to the next level.
Yes.
Like, you researched and so if they said you got to be a fireman or to be that, then you found out what to do to be that.
Yes.
And became that so that you can do this. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you right now, Chief Harmon, listen, right there, y'all had about 10 points that y'all could have wrote down right there on just that example about the ability to see, understanding how to get to the next level once you know, and then setting your course. And Chief Harmon said it took about 8 months. And I'm telling Chief Harmon, you are inspiring, and you are touching so many lives right now, because so many people, you know, they don't understand that listen, they can, you know, talk about you or they can do different things, but listen, learn and understand the system. That's right. And do better. So we're supposed to get a caller calling in about a minute or two, and then so we're going to take just a few-minute break, and then I'm going to talk with them about a promo event that's coming up. We're going to talk about, but I'm telling you right now, Chief Harmon, and then we're going to continue on before the end of the show. But that was powerful. That was powerful. So we thank you again. Thank you so much. So we're about to take a call, you all, but I'm just so, inspired by you, Chief Harmon. And like I said, for about 5 minutes, if you don't mind, you can just have something to drink and relax yourself. And then we're going to take this call in. We ready, man? All right, Ruben.
I don't know.
Hello, you're on Inspiration with Troy Alexander.
Hi, Troy. How are you? This is Jessica Smith.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I also have my business partner here on the line with me, Wendy Bush.
Wonderful. Hi, Wendy.
Business Expo.
Wonderful. Ruben,
Hi,
can you talk a little bit?
How are you?
How are you all?
Great, thank you.
Wonderful. It's so wonderful to have you on our show. And again, I thank you so much. You are listening to Jessica Smith and Wendy Bush with the Kidpreneur Business Expo. I gave the promo when we first came on the show. That's happening on Saturday, November 24th at the Edison Expo Center. And we're excited to be a part of that adventure that's going to highlight children, or young people, I should say, that have their own businesses.
That's correct.
How did this all come about?
Wendy and I saw, both dealing with children and in businesses with children, we saw a need to highlight children that own their own business so that people can see how many children there are that have these great ideas and are all about self-awareness and an understanding that they want to own something.
Wow.
So we came together and we said, you know, we want to create an opportunity that will be a grand opportunity, something that will be valuable and appreciated by other established adult small businesses. So we created the Kidpreneur Business Expo, as you said, which will be on Small Business Saturday, November 24th. And we're going to have all the kids come out. Right now, we have 16 kid vendors from all over the United States. They're coming from as far as California all the way to New Jersey.
Awesome. All right, that's awesome. I love it, Jessica. That's wonderful. Wonderful. So we're so excited to be a part. So you have 16 young people that have their own businesses.
Yep, and they're ages 5 through 18.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And I also understand we're having a fashion show as well.
Yes. So it's not just we don't want people to feel like you're going to walk into a room and you're just going to have, these 6-foot picnic tables. No, that's not what you're going to get. So when you walk into the room of the Expo Center, you're going to see the kid business owners. At 1 o'clock, we have the kids' fashion show, where most of our designers that are showcasing are kids who have created these complete tailored designs.
Wow.
We have the spa room where the kids will be able to receive manicures and pedicures, and that is Wendy's own business, which she is bringing from Woodbury, New Jersey, which is Girls time party and spa boutique. Wendy is bringing her entire staff to give manicures and pedicures throughout the entire event. All you have to do is walk up and make an appointment. When your appointment time is called by the DJ, then you come up and you receive your service. We also have parent education classes where parents are able to sign up for a class, and we have different classes. You can sign up to learn how to fundraise for your child, for your child's business. You can sign up to learn how to use social media, which is so hard, in order to learn how to do it effectively, in order to gain followers for your child's business.
Wow.
We also have where you can learn how to raise a kidpreneur. Because when you have a child that has so many ideas, you want to make sure that you don't block those ideas that they're able to effectively communicate to you what they want to do so that you can help them strategize. So we have people coming from as far as Atlanta. 360 Finances are coming from Atlanta to teach the financial classes. Zandra Beauty out of Buffalo, New York is coming to teach one of the business planning classes along with her mom, who is teaching us how to raise a kidpreneur.
Now, Jessica. Now, is Wendy on the line?
Yes, she is.
I got a question.
I am.
Hi, Wendy. Now, in this spa, like, it's just for kids, like adults. Like, I can't go to the spa.
This spa is for little girls and boys as well.
Okay.
Not this time, but we have to create something for the adults. But the spa is a kid-friendly spa, and we have wonderful products that we use that are all natural for our kids.
Wonderful.
And we're so excited because we're going mobile, and we're bringing all of our services to the Children's Expo. And I'm super excited because it's going to be exactly set up as it is in Woodbury, New Jersey.
Well, listen. I'm so honored and so excited to be a part of this wonderful event. Again, on November 24th at the Expo Center in Edison, New Jersey, Expo Center in Edison, New Jersey. I really am excited. And the great thing about it is, a number of the kidpreneurs and even fashion designers I happen to know or at least have associated with. So I'm really excited about seeing them and to support them as well. So we encourage everybody. Is there a cost associated with attending?
Yes, so general entry is $15, and with that $15, you can pay it on Eventbrite or you can pay it when you come to the door. Either or is fine with us. With that $15, you'll be able to gain the experience of seeing a kid that owns their own business and speaking with them and finding a way that you as an adult can support them.
Phenomenal. And where can people find you? Like your social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or just a website. Where can people find more about you?
Of course. So Instagram and Facebook is Kidpreneur Business Expo, and that's KIDPRENEUR, Kidpreneur Business Expo. And then our website is www.kidpreneurbusinessexpo.com.
I love it. I want to just thank you all so much. Is there anything else? Because I know at some point we're probably going to have to get you here live at some point down the line. And because listen, our show is really so in line with what you're doing, because it's about encouraging our young people to dream, to take that step and to walk with purpose into their destiny. So we're so excited, and our love for young people, that's what we're all about. So we're so proud of you both for having this amazing event. And is there anything else that you want to share about the event? Because we have a wonderful audience listening.
Yes, we just want everyone out there who's listening to this wonderful show to come out and support these wonderful children. Yes. We feel as though the only way that we are going to help to continue to highlight them is to receive the support from people who can help to encourage them, purchase their products, give them just words of encouragement if you don't purchase their products. If there's anyone out there that owns a business and they are a small business, come out to help these kids and mentor a kid for 30 days and just give them friendly advice and check in with them on FaceTime. Send a message to their Instagram to keep them encouraged. I meet so many kids whose parents don't have any idea what to do. So those who are experienced, please come out to the event and help to support these children.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you, Wendy, so much. We so appreciate you. And we are looking forward to seeing you all on November 24th. Again, I'm excited. I will be taking photos at the event, which is I'm super excited about that opportunity. So thank you all so much. I so appreciate you both. So thank you all so much for calling in.
Thank you. We'll see you on the 24th.
We'll see you then.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Listen, everybody, I'm telling you right now, this show is about inspiring everybody to dream. I told you, take that step, walk with purpose into your destiny. Chief Harmon, I can't thank you enough. Really, you've been an amazing, and for those who don't know, like I've known Chief Harmon for a number of years, but I've learned some things about Chief Harmon tonight, you know, and I'm telling you, it's really inspiring. And the one thing that you'll see watching this over, because you'll be able to watch this video over again, is that what I love is that I saw determination when you were talking about, you know, the experience that you had about failing the test twice or a number of times, and also about your I saw a determination in you. It wasn't just your words, but I saw it in you, and that is powerful for other people to see that it's not just words, but there's a look, you know, there's an expression of like, I got to do better because I know there's more.
Oh yeah.
And so we have about 6 minutes, give or take, Ruben, give or take about 7 minutes. What would you say, for those watching now, Chief Harmon, what would you say that would be some of the key qualities that you would say for somebody? Because see, everybody can't lead. You know, everybody can. everybody can maybe. But you have been in so many leadership positions, and you. What would you say are some of the key qualities that have helped you to get to where you are?
That's good. Well, you know, I'm a social person.
Yes.
You know, I try to talk to someone and, you know, get their point of view and my point of view, and, you know, I give mine a little feedback. You know, I didn't use the word mentoring as much, but I always love to give. I consider myself a giver.
Yes, yes, he is, y'all.
I'm a giver, and I think that it comes back to me. You know, and you know, so just learning to interact with people and accept them for who they are, and you know, you don't have to make someone change, but if you can guide and direct,
right,
you know, and so you know, I think one of the main things sometimes people will look for is they need to be able to speak to someone that's going to listen, you know, because you got a lot of folks they be very educated, but I mean they could be doctors, lawyers, whatever, and but they don't listen to you.
Wow.
Because they may feel that they know better.
Right.
You know, and so I think some of the qualities of just listening and setting some goals.
Love it.
You know, setting long-term, short-term goals for 3 months, seeing yourself succeed.
Wow.
If you set a 3-month goal and you achieve it, you feel good in a short term. If you set a year goal, it's a little longer, but, you know, along the way, there's some rocky roads, some hills to climb, and, you know, some valleys. But when you set the little short ones, they help you get through the big ones.
Wow.
And I used to do that a lot. I had a little book. I sometimes go back to it and look at it like, wow, I was doing a lot of stuff. But you did a lot of little things, you know. I worked at an orphanage when I was even in the Navy. We was overseas. I went to an orphanage in Israel.
Wow.
And we helped fix the swimming pool. The pump didn't work.
Wow.
You know, even when I was in boot camp, when I went to service school after boot camp, it was in the same Chicago area. I went to Children's Memorial Hospital, you know, and I became the 7th floor leader. It was just kids. And we you know, you learn how to interact with the kids. Be patient.
Wow.
So your patience, your social skills, problem solving. I love problem solving. I still got my old problem solving book. You know, these things help you. You know, I know some folks like to yell. If I get to the point where I have to really raise my voice, I don't talk long. And when I do that, that means I'm no longer listening to you. You're listening to me, and it's a one-way street. And I put my foot down, so to speak. I say period. And when I do that, it's more like 3 words, and that's all.
Listen, I got to tell. Listen, y'all. Please write this down. Chief Harmon. He said, see yourself succeeding. That right there is such a powerful. You have to see yourself achieving, Ruben. We got to see ourselves at the new place. And the place beyond that, and beyond that. We got to see it now.
That's right.
And that was so powerful. See yourself succeeding. But I love, the person listening. That's a powerful skill set. That's a power, because everybody don't know how to listen. They like to talk, but listening and having patience. And I'll tell you, Chief Harmon, we're so appreciative of you giving your time and sharing. Is there anything else that you want to share that I haven't asked you about your journey that you feel would be helpful or inspiring to those watching live or those that will watch it later, or those listening on the call at this time? Because you like I said, you're just a wealth of knowledge and just so inspiring, and we so appreciate you. Was there anything else that you want to share with us?
I think I've touched just about everything, but I oftentimes I try to get a little feedback as to was something I did effective. Because there's sometimes when I'm talking to folks, I might talk a lot. But then there's times when I've sat down with folks where I don't say a word. I might say a little this, a little that, and it depends on the situation. Right. And sometimes I, try to give people some advice as far as, learn about how things work around you.
Powerful.
That means that you pick up the newspaper.
Right.
I know we got the social media. We read that. We listen to the news. Know what's going on in your environment. We hear about the fires and the things that are going on around us. Learn about everything. When you're well-rounded, you can sit and have a conversation about anything.
Yes.
And you feel good about being able to just walk in any environment. I don't care if you don't have a PhD, but you're amongst doctors, and they be trying to figure you out. Right. I've had people call me a mechanic. Really, I'm a service technician, because mechanics might change parts. I'm gonna figure out not the solution. I'm gonna figure out the solution. I don't want to just fight the symptom.
Come on,
that's the kind of So if I want to leave you with anything, don't just play with the symptoms. Find a solution. That means you have to do your research. You have to do your homework. And read those books about success. Oh
yes,
Warren Buffett. You got to read about successful people.
I got one.
Yes. I love this book, Who Moved My Cheese.
Yes.
The 1 Minute Manager.
Yes.
They're only 100 pages, and you can probably read them in a day or two if you read a lot.
Yep, that's right.
But what you take out of that, you can relate it to real life situations and use it. Try it. I used to read Power Conversation. When I'm really amongst people who, they want to use a lot of big words that don't mean a lot. Right. You use Power Conversation on them, they don't even realize you just picked them apart. Right. With the who, the when, what, where, and how. And so, just I love that. If you want to improve in any area of your life, set a goal to. Set a goal. Short term, long term. Yes. These things nowadays you can Google everything. Yes. How to put something together, how to take it apart. The more rounded you are in this environment, the better. And you know what? When these situations pop up, conflict comes, you're able to handle it better because you've already familiarized yourself with it. Just reading and interacting with people. You don't have to master a certain area.
Right.
But just making yourself well-rounded.
I love it. How we doing, Ruben? Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, I want to thank Chief Harmon so much for coming out. Thank you, Mr. Harmon. Did you want to come on the all right. Thank you, Mr. Harmon, so much. Thank you, Chief Harmon. We so appreciate you. And again, thank you for your service, all the veterans today. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you so much for your sacrifice, Chief Harmon. Thank you for your sacrifice. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much. Every Monday night, y'all, Hamilton Radio right here, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Inspiration with Troy Alexander. And listen, don't forget, Friday night, I'm going to be at Second Baptist Church in Metuchen, New Jersey, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Again, we're just coming there to sing some worship unto the Lord. So again, hope to see you there. I'll see you next Monday. Don't miss out on next Monday's show. Got an amazing family of 8 called the Parrish Family. I'm telling you right now, I'll see you next Monday right here on Hamilton Radio. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.